guys, it is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another speed build. We are building a community lot today, and this one is actually thanks to a suggestion that I had gotten in one of my videos recently to build something that looks like a pumpkin. So I thought it was a fun idea. I had no idea how I was going to go about it. I was like, probably like an octagon of some sort. So that is what we're doing today. And this, I could not come up with a way to make it a house, which I guess it could have been like a spooky witch house, but I thought it would be more fun to make it a community lot that's for the kids to come to do arts and crafts. But don't worry, there's stuff for the adults to do as well. So the inside of this pumpkin ends up being like an arts and crafts type classroom. There's drawing tables, there's pumpkin carving stations, everything you would think for kids to do some arts and crafts. And then there's some crafty stuff outside for the adults, which we'll see in a little while, and a little bit of extra as well, which we'll get to. But at first I was kind of thinking this could be a jack-o'-lantern, so you can kind of see me adding windows as eyes, and I was like, no, that looks bad. So I got rid of that in the end, and I used this piece of wood from Debug to be the stem on the top of the pumpkin, which I thought looked so cute. And then we're just adding some more greenery around. I added a lot of that, and I was just trying to make it look realistic and cute. And I really liked this funky deck around it. I kind of wanted it to be that more whimsical, silly, quirky, like orange and black, like children like Halloween looking things, if that makes sense. That's probably not a good way to explain it, but that's kind of what I was going for. And I found these cheese eyeballs, and I was like, ooh, what if we could put cheese eyeballs on the jack-o'-lantern? But like I said, I got rid of the jack-o'-lantern idea in the end, and I just wanted it to be a pumpkin. And of course, it has doors and windows and stuff. They're just not placed in a way that makes it look specifically like a jack-o'-lantern. They're just placed so they're usable. And I think it came out really cute. I also love this sign. I think it's from City Living. It just worked perfectly, and I thought it looked like a little leaf coming off of the pumpkin, which obviously they don't just have leaves coming off the side like that. But I liked the contrast there. I thought about putting the orange one, but I like the green one a little bit better. And then we are adding these columns on the corners to kind of act as the grooves in the pumpkin. We also changed the floor a bunch of times, but I really like this green floor. I feel like it just fit the vibe I was going for. And as you can see, there's stairs over on the corner because we're going to be making a basement underneath this lot because there's all the arts and crafts upstairs and the parents can participate outside. I'm going to be adding easels and what are they called? The flower arranging tables, as well as the workbenches. But I also wanted there to be a place for the parents to just kind of hang out while the kids are in their classes upstairs. So underneath this pumpkin, there is a basement bar, which I thought would be just like a nice touch. It's not as decorated and quirky as upstairs is, because upstairs is supposed to be fun and exciting for the kids, whereas downstairs is like, it's got some decorations to the same vibe, but it's a little bit, a lot more calm and less crazy. And I just thought it would be a nice way to include that. And that way, like when you want to go out and you want to have some fun, you can bring the kids, they have their thing to do, because you could do it either way. Like you're bringing, the intention is arts and crafts and then the parents go off, or the intention is for you to go out and have a couple of drinks, order some food, hang out with the family, but the kids want something else to do. It works either way, and I thought it was really fun. And of course, I loved adding these giant piles of pumpkins from seasons all over the lot. We added a couple of the ones from Spooky Day stuff as well that are carved out into jack-o'-lanterns. I don't know, I'm just really, really enjoying all the spooky stuff right now. I mean, this isn't like a scary build, it's just a giant pumpkin, but I thought it was just really, really fun and a little bit something different, and probably not something I would have attempted if I hadn't gotten that suggestion. So thank you to who suggested it, because it's just a goofy idea and I love it. I'm actually really happy with how it came out. Like, I didn't think it was going to come out. Like, I'm like, how am I going to make a pumpkin? We have straight walls and diagonal walls. And yeah, it's technically just an octagon painted orange with a piece of wood on the roof. I think it came out okay. I don't know what else I would have done, but I'm really happy with it. And I feel like just adding all the giant pumpkins around it really solidifies, oh yeah, this is a pumpkin. They probably helped to identify it a little bit. Maybe it's not recognizable if I didn't have the other pumpkins around. But here we are on the inside trying to figure out how we want to lay everything out. I moved stuff around a bunch of different times to try and get it all to fit. It should be functional. However, at the time of recording this, I have not play tested it yet. So I might have to remove like one of the pumpkin carving stations and one of the little arts and crafts kids art tables. I'm not really sure. But that's an easy fix if I do have to do that. It should be fine when it's on the gallery, and it should be on the gallery right now if you search Gryphi or the hashtag MsGryphi. That information is also in the description down below, as well as a download link to the gallery website if you'd prefer to download it that way. But we kind of got this whole table of like the kids' stuff and a bunch of crafts and cards and stuff that they probably made, and I believe I decided to change it to the wall where the window is to try and make it make more sense, so that when you walk in, you chuck your bag down there, and it just made more sense to me. So we're moving all of that over now. Lots of extra supplies everywhere, so many decorations. This is a fun time. This reminds me of like elementary school, all the arts and crafts we would do in class, and definitely that was the vibe I was going for. But then we have a little desk over here, which I assume was the teacher's desk to have her computer on, or whoever's, so you can keep track of like payment for the arts and crafts class, ordering new supplies, as well as like taking attendance for the people that are supposed to be there. So that's kind of what the thought process was there. We're also adding one of these parenting boards, which doesn't really have a function in this space, but I thought it looked really nice. And then adding a couple of drawings on the walls as well to make it look a little bit more realistic, as well as these really pretty mason jar lights that came with Parenthood. I felt like they were perfect because they're arts and craftsy. So we're adding a couple of those, and then we're going to get some curtains in here as well. And then I thought about adding a table like this. We added a bunch of these little desks instead as like kids' workstations. So obviously they're going to do all their arts and crafts at the other tables, but I thought it would look nice to have these spaces thinking, oh, you can do your arts and crafts over here, and I put one of the school projects over there. I just thought it was cute, and I had fun, and I thought it was pretty realistic. Obviously the shape of this room is not realistic to a classroom, nor are the colors, but like the layout of those desks is pretty realistic to me, and I just really enjoyed this one, so I hope you guys do like it too. It's really odd finding a build that I can use a lot of spooky day stuff in, because even in more Halloween builds that I typically do around this time of year, they're not this type of Halloween. Like, they're not childhood spooky day. So it was fun to finally be able to use some of those items. Granted, I did not use all of them, and I don't think I ever will. There's just certain items in there that I'm just not the biggest fan of, but it could be kind of fun to try to use all the items in a build sometime soon, because usually this time of year, I'm pretty sure Spooky Day stuff goes on sale. So more people might be getting it. So that's also an idea. Let me know if you guys would like to see a build that uses everything from Spooky Day stuff, because that could definitely be a challenge for me. But I do have some other more scary Halloween builds that I want to do sometime soon, so hopefully I'll get the inspiration to get those started. But here we are adding those flower arranging tables out back, and we should be grabbing a workbench as well. I think I rearranged those so that the workbench is in the middle, and then we're adding easels over in this corner, which I thought was really cute. The kids can do their arts on the tables inside, and then the adults can do the easels outside. And then there's pumpkin carving tables inside, and there's ones on the front porch. And then I'm changing the pillars here to black. I know it made more sense for a pumpkin for them to just be a different shade of orange, but I kind of liked the contrast of the black, and we have all those accents, and I loved that little awning over the front door as well that came with Realm of Magic. So yeah, and of course more pumpkins outside. And I scrolled through these menus forever looking for more plants and cute things to put around. I just wanted it to look really built into the space and cute, and I hope it does. I've been adding so much lavender to every build. Those purple lavender plants are absolutely everywhere. Kind of obsessed with them. I feel like they fit pretty much every single world too. Like, is there a world in the game that you can't put a lavender plant because it'll look out of place? I feel like not, because I even put them in Oasis Springs. You see them in the background in the desert worlds. You see them in the background in the like foresty and suburban worlds. Like, lavender goes everywhere. But we are down into the basement bar here. It's very simple down here, and I did combine two of these bars that came with Realm of Magic because I kind of wanted that vibe, but I thought they were too small, so I just put two next to each other. And then we have bathrooms over here as well. That way anyone that's here can come use the bathroom. And I didn't think this was like a, kids shouldn't come down here thing. Obviously, you're just not going to serve them any juice, since that's what they call it in the game. I just thought it would be a nice place to come get drinks and food, because you can order food at the bar too. So maybe the kids do that. Should I set this as a bar lot? I don't know what I set this lot as. I don't think I have yet. I think it's still technically residential, because I build everything residential, so I can have somebody come in here and like test everything out and not have like a million people everywhere, and also to take pictures. So I'm thinking as long as I have everything on the lot for it to be a bar lot, I'm going to set it as a bar lot. Yeah, I think that'll be fun. Anyway, we're just adding a ton of rugs down here. I liked combining some of the base game ones with that Realm of Magic one with the Spooky Day stuff one. And you saw I tried to use those ghosts from the Spooky Day stuff pack. I've said that so many times this build. But I didn't like how they looked. But I did like those little lanterns with the jack-o'-lanterns on them. I put those all over down here. And we're, of course, adding plants. And then over here, we're going to put a bunch of tables you could go ahead and sit at. And I believe we add candles to the top of every of them. I just wanted it to the top of all of them. Those words really mushed together. I just really wanted it to be a cozy space that you could come and get some food and relax. Maybe you come get dinner here and then you do crafts upstairs. Kind of like those paint nights you can do where you get like drinks and painting. I think that could be fun. You could also probably renovate the basement and make down here a full-on restaurant, and that could be really fun too, like restaurant and crafts. So many possibilities. I don't actually know how much this build came out to be. For some reason, I don't pay as much attention to it when they are community lots because you don't have to buy them. You just go there, if that makes sense. But we're just adding a couple more pieces of artwork, and then we're going to be coming to the end of the video after we do these bathrooms. So I hope you guys did enjoy this kind of weird pumpkin build. I thought it was a lot of fun, and yeah. So we're coming to screenshots now. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye, everybody.